My wife has a growing obsession with Asian men, and I found out that she's been drooling over my Korean best friend. Now she wants our relationship to open. My wife and I have been together for 10 years, married for 8, and now have 2 small kids. She is the love of my life, and I could not imagine myself with anyone else. About 3 years into our marriage, she started to show attraction to Asian characters in the shows and movies we watched together on our weekly movie nights. At first brushed it off as a joke, but I realized she was serious about a month ago when we started watching Chicago Med. She often joked about wanting one of the characters, Dr. Choi, to be her doctor so he could feel her up. I laughed along until she insisted we stop watching when Dr. Choi got into a relationship with another doctor. Thinking about it now, throughout our entire relationship, Asian men caught her attention. For the past few years, she's been obsessed with popular K-pop members, joking about how she would rather be with Eric Moon and Jimin. She even goes as far as to say that she's disappointed she got stuck with a white man and that our babies aren't as cute. A friend of mine who has been Korean since childhood visits us often. He and my wife have become friends. I always thought she acted weird around him, but I never took it personally until last night. As I was cleaning up dinner, she put the kids to bed and asked to sit down and talk about something important. I was hesitant but agreed. She started it by saying that she didn't feel like our intimacy life was as fulfilling as it used to be. I was taken aback and asked how I could bring her more fulfillment. She suggested we bring in a third person into our intimacy life. I instantly knew she had someone in mind despite her denying it. After an hour of talking in circles, she revealed she had been having intimate thoughts and urges regarding my childhood friend, and she suggested I watch. I was stunned and told her I didn't want to discuss this anymore and slept in the living room. We haven't spoken since last night, and I don't know what to do. I'm sitting in my car outside my office writing this. I don't want to go home and see her, knowing what she's thinking about. I think I want a divorce as she's no longer the woman I fell in love with, and I suspect she has already acted upon her urges with him. Is that too big of a jump over intimate fantasy? Update: I returned home the night I made the post, and my wife and I were still not speaking. I waited until she put the kids to bed to call my friend. I wanted to talk to him alone. I slipped outside and made the call. I told him everything. He told me he was so sorry for me and that my wife's behavior was disgusting. He then confessed to me that a few years into my wife and I's marriage, she, drunk, made a move on him at a mutual friend's party. It began as flirting, and my friend was not entertaining it. She kissed him, and he left the party early. I asked him why he never told me about it. He said he didn't want to ruin our marriage over something she did while drunk. They never spoke about it and continued as normal friends. Now that a week has passed, I figured out that this party aligns with the start of her strange behavior towards Asian men in the media. I thanked him for sharing this with me and hung up. I immediately went inside and confronted my wife. I was officially disgusted with her for pushing a kiss on my friend and suggesting I watch her be with him. I told her exactly how I felt and what my friend had told me. My wife admitted she only asked to open our bedroom to him because she had had feelings for him for years and wanted to keep herself from cheating on me. I explained that she already had and wrecked the foundation of our relationship. I told her we were divorcing, not to try and stop me. I was not changing my mind. In the last week, I have been staying with friends and family. She has done nothing but harass me via my number. I am proud to say I have given her no attention. I see her still while stopping by my house during the day for my kids. They are too young to understand what's happening. As I mentioned in my last post, they attend a daycare, schooling program for young children during the summer. As a result, I never spend long in the house and typically leave while taking them there. She won't mention it before them, so it hasn't been an issue. I have been seeking a lawyer for divorce proceedings and looking for an apartment in my kids' school district. I feel freed. Our marriage has been dead for a very long time. I'm not sure if I can ever see my friend the same way. I want to start therapy and try to work on it. He's been a close friend since childhood, and I would hate to lose him.